Hello everyone, welcome to SecApps Learning. This is Neer Singh. I know it's been a while, I haven't uploaded any new video on this channel because there were many reasons, like I was busy in some other projects, plus there was some copyright on the channel. So that's why I just removed some of the videos because I got there was some copyright from like PAM tool and IGA. That's why some of the videos you will see were removed from the channel. So that's why I won't be uploading more videos such like related to any PAM tool or IGA tool, but I will focus on the foundation. Means I will upload some videos related to operating system, or you can say database, SaaS, so that you can easily understand any technology. Because if you are learning a technology, whether it's related to IT or any field, just take the example. Either you need to work on the Windows server or you need to work on Unix server, or it could be some website or some related to database. But at the end you need to work on these application only. So to learn any technology, this is the foundation. And many of the application you will see in your environment also, mostly it is Windows server based, whether you install the Windows server on premises on virtual machine or it's on cloud. In cloud also you need to work on the Windows server only, or it will be a Linux server. So I will focus on the Windows server so that you can easily understand about the operating system, and then you can easily learn any technology because this is the foundation. So in this video, we will talk about some of the very basic stuff like related to what is Windows Server, what different types of your Windows Server we have, then what is the installation part, basic functionality, basic commands, and how much you should know about the Windows Server to learn any technology. Because sometimes what happens when you are learning any technology, if you take any name like PAM tool or IGA tool or some any other endpoints, so at the end you need to work on the Windows or any Unix. So you need to know at least you need to have basic understanding of that tool so that you can easily work. Like if I talk about the Windows server, so in Windows server you need to know about how you can see the local group policy, how you can make the changes, how you can create some local account, and how you can ping a server, and some basic commands which are mandatory in your day-to-day activities. Because what happens if, let's say, you are working on any PAM tool or any IGA tool, so sometimes the errors are originated from the operating system. It's not something related to application level. It's coming from your operating system. So if you know the basic, you will be able to troubleshoot that issue. Because in production, yes, as you know, in production, we will reach out to the server team. But sometimes what happens, the error is not that much big, so you can easily troubleshoot. Let's say you are changing the password in CyberArk. Sometimes the error is coming from the target server, which is a Windows server, or sometimes the some local policies are blocking it, or some password policy is causing the issue. So in this video, I will try to explain those stuff so that you can easily troubleshoot such issues when you come across in your environment. So in today's session, we will discuss about the Windows Server, and I will not go in depth theoretical part. So I will just start with the practical part, but little bit idea about the Windows Server. As you know, Windows Server is a Microsoft product, and they have different types of Windows Server. So it's a kind of operating system where you can host many application, and it can be used for storing purpose or hosting a website and many more. If you are working on a any technology, either that will be a Windows based or it will be a Unix based, or it could be any other SaaS. Because but in SaaS also they might be using any operating system only. Without operating system, we cannot run any application. So we need the foundation. So Microsoft is the owner of this Windows Server. It's their product, and there are different types of Windows servers are there. So if you have heard about Windows Server 2008, then 12, 16, 19, and 2022 is the latest one. So Windows Server 2022 is the latest, which is the Windows Server version. So most of the time installation is same only, like you need to if you are going with the VMware workstation, or you can say any virtual machine, whether it's an Oracle one. So you just need the ISO image and then you can start the installation part. But if you are working in specific on specific technology, you don't need to build the server because that's the task of the another team. But if you know the process, how the servers are built, how it is configured, it will be very helpful, because nowadays in the interview, companies are expecting you to know more. Let's say you are going for CyberArk or SailPoint or Okta, any tool you are going for the interview. They will expect like you should know about other stuff also, like related to operating system, your domain, Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, along with that tool. So let's take the example. If there are two person going for the interview, one and both are having the good idea about CyberArk, but one person is having more idea about the Windows or Unix and the firewall and all, plus with the CyberArk. So he will be given a preference, because company wants their employees to know about more technology, so that one person can perform multiple roles, like he can work on multiple jobs. So that's why if you are learning any technology, try to explore more, try to learn more and more. That's why like you will be able to crack the interview. Otherwise, more preference will be given to that candidate who is like good in the tool along with the other technology also. So in this session, we will be exploring about the installation also. I will tell you like how you can install the Windows Server, and then we will see some basic functionality and some admin part, some command, local group policy, how you can define the IP. And in some of the videos I have already shown, but those videos are not there on the YouTube now. So this will be available for everyone. So who is already working in Windows in any tool or any Windows support job or administration task, or a fresher also, he can also learn about it and he will get a good idea about the Windows Server. So let's start with the like installation part. So guys, this is the one website link. You can just get the this Windows Server 16 ISO image. You can download the software and it's free, of course. It's not something you need to pay. If you will search on Google also, download Windows Server 16 ISO image. So you will get multiple website. So this is one of the website. I will put this link in the this YouTube description. You can just get it from there, or you can just Google it and you will get many links. So you need to just download the 2016 ISO image, or you can go with the another Windows Server also. That's totally fine. But installation of the Windows Server could be different if you compare to the Windows 2012 and 2016 server or 19. And there are lots of videos available on YouTube. So if you will Google it also, you will get the means how to install it. Okay. But in this session, I will be showing you how you can go with the Windows Server 2016. So you can download this ISO image and you can open your virtual machine or VMware workstation. So guys, VMware workstation is also something which I have already installed. So this is also the simple installation. You can just simply just type download VMware workstation, and it's the simple installation, like how you install any game in your system or any software you install it. Same way, you just need to come to this path and you can just download this one. If you are going for the Windows, if you are going for the Linux, you can go with this. And many VMware workstation keys you will get it from the Google itself. Like there are many cracked version. So if when you download it and then start installing it, simply you need to click on next, next, next. It will be installed, and at the end it will ask for one license key. So that license key you can get it from, if you will just type this license key, first link you will get of GitHub, and there you will find lots of keys, and these are cracked keys, so you can use any one, and then you can just provide that license key and your installation will be completed. So it's a simple installation, and after that you install it, your VMware will look like this. So to start the Windows Server installation, there are different options. So you need to start with the create a new virtual machine. So you just need to tap on it, and Windows Server 12 installation is simple. You just need to go with the typical, and then you need to select the ISO image and your installation will be done. But to install the Windows Server 2016, you just need to select the custom, then click on next. I am using workstation 15, so in your case it will be it might be 17, or if you are using any virtual machine, it will be different. Then next, select this option. I will install the operating system later. Then select the Microsoft Windows, and from here select Windows Server 2016, because there are many options, tons of options you will find here. So select Server 16, then click on next. Here you can give any name to your server. Let's say I'm giving some name, SecApps Learning Server. Cool. You can give any name. In production, the different team will have the different naming convention. They have some standard, so they will be following that naming convention. Okay. Then next, so you can select with the basic input output system. So I will go with the BIOS only. It's totally fine if you will go with this option also. Number of processor, it totally depend upon your system configuration. If your system is having good configuration, your RAM, your processor, you can go with the 2. If it doesn't have, you can decrease to 1. So I will decrease to 1 because I have built lots of servers and those servers are consuming some processor and RAM. So I will just go with the 1. Then what RAM configuration you need to specify? Again, if your system is having good configuration, you can go with it. So my system is having 16 GB, so I will go with the 2. If your system is having 1 or 2, 4 GB or 8 GB, you can go with the 1. You can just decrease it, or later point of time you can decrease it. Click on next. So go with this NAT only. We can chain this. This is the network adapter where you need to define your IP address, like network interface card. Next. Okay, next, and we will go with this SCSI only. That is a Microsoft feature which is used to create the virtual disk. Yes, create a new virtual disk. Okay, select this option, single file, and here you can just specify 20 GB is fine. If you are having more space, you can provide 30 GB or 40 GB, but I will go with the 20. Next, and here you can just click on customize hardware, and you can just make this network adapter to custom. If you want to define the static IP means constant IP which will not change. But if you want to define the dynamic IP, means if you will go with the net, what will happen? Your Wi-Fi will be assigned to this virtual machine. So it will pick one IP address from your Wi-Fi. So it will be connected to internet. So it totally depends if you want to define a static IP or you want your server to be connected to internet. So both is possible, which I will show you later on. And this is possible like after you have done the installation, still you can make the changes. So for now I will go with the custom. Close and finish. Okay. don't power on this virtual machine, because if you will power on this virtual machine, what will happen? It will show no operating system found and your installation will fail. So what you need to do, and this is for Windows Server 2016 only, you just need to select this virtual machine setting, and then there is an option CD DVD ISO image, browse, and you need to browse to your where you have kept your op, ISO image. So I have kept the ISO image here. You can see I have Windows Server 12, then 16, and Unix. Unix I will show in the coming session. Today we will have the Windows Server 16. So select this and open. And now you can click on OK. So that's the your configuration you need to perform before installing the Windows Server. Means these are the settings. So just tap on the power on virtual machine and it will start the installation process. So that's how the Windows Server 16s are installed. But in organization, they can do it with the help of script also, because they need to build many servers at one time. So generally they use some script, and using those script they can build the server, and that will be done with less time. Okay, language to install. So if you are in the different location, like you are in US or in different, so you can accordingly you can select the language, and by default it's showing United States, but if you are using a licensed version it will have many options. Time, I think here we will see the option, so you can select the, because I am from India I will go with the India. So if you are in different location you can select accordingly and click on next and install now. So now it will start the installation. So guys, I know like many of you wanted to learn any PAM tool and IGA tool, but one suggestion guys, if you want to learn any technology, please spend at least 1 week or 10 days on a server. Install the server, do some configuration changes, learn some basic and have the basic understanding of the server, then only go for the different course. Without it, please don't go. Otherwise, you will face lots of issues. Okay, so when you will get this option, always select the last one, because this is a GUI. If you will go with the first option, it's a CLI, command line interface. So when you will install the Windows Server, it will be all command line. But we don't want to do it in command line, so go with the last one, click on next, accept the license, then select the custom, because I don't want to my system should be updated automatically. Next. So the installation process has been started. Cool. So in this video I will try to give more idea about the local account and some domain account, because many of you I know have the like confusion about the local and local account and domain account. So I will try to clear those out. So let's wait until this server is getting built. It will take some time. Let's see. And guys, you will see now lots of videos related to Windows, Unix, database, and website, internet information services, then about the forensic and event logs, how you can check the local group policy, how you can make the changes, then DNC, DMZ, lots of. I will try to cover all these section, so that when you go for the interview, you are all prepared. If interviewer is asking anything about the operating system also or about the tool also, you can easily answer those things. But it needs the practice guys. Some of you lack that practice and consistency. So at least give 10 to 15 minutes daily basis. Either you are just reading it out or just doing some lab practice. Without practice, you won't be able to do it, guys. So please focus on it, and you can always reach out to me, because on YouTube I was not like available frequently, but now I will try to be there, so you can post your queries and I will try to answer those. But guys, don't ask specific related to the PAM tool. Don't take the name of that PAM tool, because I am receiving lots of copyright issue. There are copyright issue coming from the different companies. So that's why I have stopped uploading those videos. Cool. But now it will not be specific to one tool. I will try to cover different uh, technology, so that you can learn anyone. Server is about to install. Let's see. And guys, there are some options related to VMware which I can show you. This is the option to go to full screen. So if you will click on this option, you will go to full screen option. So you can see this part. Another related to, like, you want to log in or you want to change the settings. So these are the VMware setting. If you will right click on this machine, what name you have defined, it will show you different option. Like you can power on, you can suspend, you can restart, you can perform different operation task. So one suggestion, if you are practicing on your lab, don't power off the system, because sometimes what happens, it will corrupt your data. So always try to go with the suspend. Don't power off a server or shut down the server. When you suspend it, it will be in the same state. You won't get such issues. Otherwise, I've seen, like, when you power off, you will get lots of data corrupt issue. Then snapshot means, you can, if I take the snapshot, what will happen? Till here, it will capture the data, and after that, if I'm making any changes, I can revert back to previous data. So that's the snapshot. But if you are taking the snapshot, it will consume some memory, so I will not take now. Okay, cool. Okay, one thing, guys. Now I am installing the Windows Server, correct? So now it is asking me the password. So this is a built-in account. So when we say built-in account, it's a local account. It is created within the server installation. So the account which belong to the server, which are locally present when you install a server, so that's the some account gets created. So those are the local accounts. And administrator is the built-in account which have the more permission. It's a privilege account. Privilege account means any account which have the permission to delete, modify, or make the changes on a system or on a device, that is considered as a privilege account. An administrator is very powerful account. Using this account, I can perform anything on a server. I can delete even operating system also. So that's the privilege account. And administrator is by default an privilege account which is created during your Windows Server installation. So let me provide some password here. Cool. So you can use some strong password, some capital letter, small, some caps and all. So you can see the server is built now. Now it is asking to press Control or Delete. So either what you can do, right click on here, you will see send Control or Delete, or what you can do, you can just click on this option. So just click on this option, you will get the login screen and provide your password and you will be logged in. So that is your Windows Server installation. If you are working to specific technology, you don't need to do the installation, but you need to know the idea, like basic idea you need to have about the server, whether it's a 16, 19, 22 or any other server. So this is the server manager, which is the you can consider you can add roles and features using this server manager. It's a kind of, you can say, settings. In your mobile phone you have a setting option from where you can just make the changes. Similarly, from here you can control your Windows server. It's your server manager. Okay, I think it's taking some time. Let me post this out, because lots of stuff are installed in my system. That's why it might be little slow. Cool. So this is the server manager, and what you can do, when you restart the server, automatically this window will come. So to stop this window, what you can do, just click on manage, server manager property, select this do not start and click on OK. So what will happen now, when you will restart the server, it will not show this window. Okay, and how you can open again? Let's say when you restart the server, it will look like this. You can click on this Windows option, and here you will see the server manager option. Cool. This is your server manager. If you will click on server manager, it will open the same thing. Okay, and you can see Windows Server 180 days, and it's asking to activate your window. Cool. Let's try to activate this window. Okay, first of all, this is your server manager, guys, and let me show you one thing. So this message, if you are seeing this message, so we can try to activate our Windows server. So how you can do it? Just type cmd. Cmd means your command prompt, which is the command line, and from here you can run some specific command, which is a part of your Windows only. So just right click and run as administrator. Okay. What is the difference between run as administrator and run as a different user? So when you click on run as administrator, you are running it with the higher privilege. Means if you are running this, let's say run as administrator, you can do anything now in this machine, in this CMD. You don't need any other approval, because run as administrator means you are running with the higher privilege. So anything, if you will perform it, it will be executed. But when you double click without the run as administrator, so that might not have the permissions. All permissions will not be there. So if you will try to run specific command, it will fail. So if you want to execute something, so try to run as administrator only. But you need to have that permission. Okay. So to activate this window, you can see it is showing now 180 days. So let's try to activate this. There is a command slmgr and rearm. So this command you can find in Google also, guys. This command is used to activate your Windows. But what will happen after I will run this command? I need to start the server, and this will be gone. But sometime it doesn't work. We'll try to see if it is working or not. But what will happen after 180 days? Again, you will start seeing this option. So again, you can run this command. So let's try to run it. Okay. Cool. Okay. Changes completed. Okay. Command completed successfully. Please restart. So it is asking us to restart. Click on OK. Close this. And to restart the server, tap on this, and there is one option to restart. So from here you can restart your server. Please don't do the shutdown, because in production, if you do the shutdown, you need to reach out to the different team only. You won't have the option to again restart, because they can do it from their end. This is a lab, and I have the access to this VMware also. That's why if I shut down it, I can again restart. But in lab, in production, don't shut down. So here I can go with the other plan, and let's see. So this will be started. Let's see now it's coming up or not. So server is getting started. Let's see. Cool, it is started. So let's log in and see if we can see the command or cool. So you can see we cannot see that option. Now this server is activated. But again, when it will have 180 days. Again, this will ask for Windows activation. Again, you can run that command. Okay. So let's try to provide some IP to this machine. So let me check. So there is a command if you want to directly provide the IP. If you will type this cmd ncpa.cpl, if you will try this command, it will show you the option where you can define the IP address, and you can rename also. Let's say if I am renaming to near or let me have some professional name, public. Cool, this is the public IP, and you can have multiple network adapter. So just double tap on it, properties, and we will use IPv4. So you need to select the IPv4 and then properties. And if this is only when you are going for the constant IP, static IP. But if you want to have the dynamic, we will not select this option. But in production, it will be a static IP only. So let's say I'm defining some IP 10 dot and press space, it will move to next only. So let's say if I'm having 0 space 0 and it's something 14, let's say, and press tab, it should have a net mask, guys, otherwise your IP will not work. Net mask is will point to your host, though this is not the task of the PAM or IGA team or different technology. If you are only working in Windows Server, means Windows administration, then only you need to perform these tasks, but you need to know how it is defined. Cool, click on OK, close and close, and you can close this. So let's try to type IP config. So when you will type the IP config, it will give you the IP details which you have defined. So this is the address of this machine. If someone, let's say my name is Nising, so that's my calling. Same, this address is the calling of this server. So either you can call a server by host name or by IP address. So this is the first basic command. If you want to see the what's the IP address of that machine, you just need to log into it and you just need to type this command ipconfig. Another, you need to find out the host name of this machine. What is the host name of this server? So just type host name. It will give you this is the host name. Cool, this is the name of this server. If you want to identify from here also, you can check, go to server manager, and if you will go to local server, you will see, can you see, this is the host name, or you can say computer name, same thing. This is the name of the server. Okay, let me show you another command, local group, and means local users and groups, how you can proceed. So if you will just type lusrmgr.msc, cool, enter, and you will go to that path. So this is your local users and groups. Okay, before that, let me install the VMware tools, guys, so that this window will be more. Okay, can you see again it's coming up? So some issue with the server itself. Okay, so right click on this. Okay, what are these VMware tools, guys? So VMware tools are used for copy paste. If you want to copy paste something from your local machine, let's say from your local machine to this machine, you need the VMware tools. That's the feature of VMware workstation. So just right click on this install VMware tools, and it will start installing the VMware tools. So it will give a pop-up. Okay, so let's say if you are not receiving this pop-up, what you need to do, just click on this option, yellow option, and this PC. Here you will see this DVD. If you are not getting that option, after clicking on install VMware tools, right click on it and install. It will start the VMware tool installation. So either you can install from here or by clicking on that pop-up which is coming in the backend. So just click on it. It will be all default, next, and it will be installed. Simple installation. But it will ask for the Windows restart. So you need to restart the server once you are done with the installation. Then only this will be applied. Finish, yes, restart. So when you will restart it, after that you will see when I will go to full screen, it will show a full window now. And now I can easily copy paste something on this server. So that's the one of the feature. But in production, you don't need to do this. This is done by a different team, but you need to know, like, so it will be easy for you to troubleshoot, or let's say if your copy paste is not working, you can reach out to a different team. They will help you out. So let's say I'm going to full screen. Now let's see. And you can see I can go to now full screen. Okay, cool. Now some of the basic command you can use, either you can use command or PowerShell also. PowerShell is the updated version of command prompt only. Okay, so let's type the lusrmgr.msc. This is the command, guys, lusrmgr.msc. Just enter. You will land to local users and groups. So, okay, now what are local users and groups, guys? So these are all your local accounts, because now this machine is not connected to any domain. This is a workgroup server. Okay, what's the difference between workgroup and domain? Workgroup is a, you can say, single set of computer. You can see this workgroup, single set of computer. It's nothing to do with the domain. Domain is, you can say, it's a branch. Let's say you are working in a company. So you might be using your company's laptop. So that is part of your company's laptop. Your company can push any policy on your system, and that will be applied to your system. But if you want to manage a workgroup server, so you need to manage it manually. It cannot be managed by some domain policies. So workgroups are set of computer, single set of computer. They have their own policies and everything. If you want to access it, you need to log in with the local accounts. Domain account will not work here. So that's your workgroup and domain. Okay, so all these are local accounts, guys, because this server is not a part of the domain. It's a part of the workgroup only. In workgroup, if you want to access the server, you need to use the local account. So here you can see administrator is the local account, which is created during your installation, and some of the default and guest, these are some, you can say, another local accounts. So let's say if you want to create more local accounts, how you can create it? If you will right click here, new user, and give some name. Let's say I'm giving some name admin, and if you want to give full name or description, you can give, but I won't. And I will make password never expire and give some password. Cool, I will just create it. So you can see one admin account is created. So this is again a local account. So account which is belongs to that server only, which is created on that server. That's your local account, inbuilt account. Inbuilt is something, administrator is an inbuilt account which is created during your installation, but more account you can create if you have the permission. If let's say this admin account, okay, let's do one thing. I haven't given any permission to this admin. You can see this is not part of any privilege groups. This is only part of the users. So let's say if I will, because I am logged in with the administrator. If you will type the who am I, you will see which user you have logged in. So I am logged in with the administrator. So let's try to log in with the admin now. So how you can log in? Just right click on this, send, control or delete, switch user. Again you can type this, and this time click on admin. Click on this and let's say log into this server. I created this account and I logged into this server, but this account do not have any admin permission. Let's see what changes I can make. Let's say if I can run as administrator. Cool. Can you see? If I'm trying to open this command prompt, it is asking me the password. In your production also, in your company also, if you don't have the permission and if you try to run some specific thing, it will ask your admin password, which you don't have. So that's the difference between the privilege account and non-privilege account. So here your admin is a non-privilege account. If I will type here LUSRMGR, cool, I will land to same. Let's say if I can change the password of administrator or not. Let's try to change the password, set password. Let's say if this is having the permission to change or not. Okay, you can see the following error occurred while attempting to set the password user administrator. Access is denied because now we have logged in with the admin account, and admin account do not have the permission. Why it doesn't have the permission? Because it's the part of the users group only. That is a read-only access. That's not something you can make the changes. So that's the difference between a privilege and non-privilege account. And if you will check for the administrator, and if you will see the member of, can you see administrator is by default a member of administrators. Okay, let's try to add this admin also. If I can add, click on add, and let's say if I will make this a part of administrator. Okay, let me see, because this is a non-privileged account. If you will click on find now, click on administrators and okay, and let's see. Okay, one of the error occurred while recording group membership changes for user admin, because admin doesn't have the permission. That's why this is coming up. Cool. So I cannot go ahead with, but if I will make the changes using the administrator, then I will be able to. If you will type here who am I, so you can see I'm logged in with the admin now. So let's try to again log in and let's try to make those changes again. Let's see if it's working or not. And if I will give the permission to this admin, the administrator permission, then it will be able to make those changes. So let's say now I'm making the changes on the admin. I will add this user to a admin group and find now. Now I'm adding this user to the administrators group. Okay, apply and okay. Now if I will log in with the admin, now I can do whatever I want, because now this admin is a part of the administrators group. So that's the inbuilt admin group, or you can say privilege group. So that's your privilege account. That was the difference between non-privilege and privilege account. That's why your PAM or your any other tool will focus on the privilege account only, because with the non-privilege account you can't do anything on a server. That's the difference between privilege and non-privilege. Cool. Okay, let's check out some disk management. If you will type disk mgmt, and all these command will work in your production also, guys. You will see your disk management where you can see how many drives you have, like C drive, D drive, E drive, the free space, everything you can check here. System reserved, everything. You can just make it offline also if it's a virtual disk properties, or you can shrink volume, etc. You can perform from here. That's the disk management. Now, okay, let me show you some more stuff. secpol.msc. This is related to your group policy, guys. If you will type this secpol.msc, that will land to your local security policy. Or if you will search also, if you will search local security policy, you will open the same page only. So manually also you can open, or using with the command also you can. So this is your policy, guys, where you have different options, like your account properties. You have password policy. If you will check the password policy, so maximum password age means the password of this administrator account will expire in 42 days. So if you will not make this password never expire, what will happen? Okay, it's already never expired. So if let's say this password is not never expire, so what will happen? The password of this administrator account will expire and I will not able to log in. It will fail. So everything is there in your local policy. Minimum password age. Password age means how many times I can change the password in one day. Or in if it's 0 day means I can change the password of an account multiple times in a same day. Then password length, any character, if you want to define, you can have some characters. Can you see? So some, like how many characters you want to make the changes. Let's say I want the password should be of at least 10 characters. So you can make those changes. Complexity, what complexity you need to have, like minimum and upper lowercase, you can define here. So everything comes under your policies related to your login, your account management, password policy, complexity, then restriction part, local policy, everything. Some user related, you want some users to have what permission, and by default administrator have the all permissions. So you can open this policy and you can check. You don't need to remember each and everything, but you need to know how to open it and what changes you wanted to make. Let's say I wanted to make some changes here. Where it is? Okay, let's say here I wanted to make some changes. I want to add some user. I will just type here AUTH and click on check names. So let's say I wanted to add this user, this groups. Click on OK, apply and OK. Yes, OK. So if you will see, this authenticated users are added to it. Cool. And to make the changes, you can just type gp update. So this will update the policy. Let's say you have made some changes to your policy, it will be updated if you will type this command gp update group policy. So you can see user group policy has completed successfully and updated. So that is your, again, different policies we have. I will not go in depth because this is something not you need to remember each and everything, because there are tons of options. You need to remember only few things. Okay. Another is reg edit. So reg edit means your Windows registry, guys. If you will type this command reg edit, your Windows registry will open. So sometimes we need to make the changes to the Windows registry. So it's a kind of like it will have different configuration related to your installation also. You can start and stop the service from this registry also. So this is also something you need to remember. And again, there are again tons of options, guys. I will try to explore some main thing also which are required during your uh, learning, means if you are learning any technology, what options or what thing you need to remember. Okay, now let me check what I have pointed in this. Basic functionality, administration, basic command, IP configuration. This is already done. Host file. Okay, so guys, what are host file? Host file is a Windows feature which is used to resolve the address. And when I say resolve the address, means your machine do not understand the character, means they do not understand the address. They only communicate from one machine to another using the numbers like IP address. They understand the IP address and they only understand 0 and 1. So if your machine is a part of domain or it's not part of domain, so how it will resolve that address? Correct. If a machine, let's say this is the server, if it wanted to connect to any other Windows server, so it needs to resolve that address. Because let's say this is a Windows workgroup server. If this server wanted to connect to a domain server, so how it will communicate? Because domain is having some like abcd.com or something address it does have, but this is a workgroup server, so how it will communicate? It won't able to resolve that address. So to resolve the address, it needs to have the host file, means host file entries. So let's say if you will go to C drive, Windows system 32, then there will be drivers, etc, and host. This is the host file, guys, and this is a Windows feature, not something any PAM or any other tool feature. If you will open with the notepad, it will look like this. If let's say you want to have the host entries related to the domain or any local server, or you want to resolve the address, so what you need to do, just enter after the last line, press tab, and here you need to specify the IP address of that server. Let's say this is the IP address of that server, and the FQDN. FQDN means fully qualified domain name. That's the full computer name, you can say. The full, let's say my full name is Nising. So just consider FQDN is the full name of a server or a machine. So let's say if I want this machine to resolve the address, let's say near.secappslearning.com. Cool. So what will happen if this machine will try to communicate to this, so it will have the this particular IP against this. So that's your host entry. Let's say if I will save this file. Okay. If you will try to resolve the address. So this is the command which can be used to resolve the address. Let's say google.com. Why it's giving the no response from the server? Because this is not connected to internet. Let's try this ns lookup for near.secappslearning.com. Okay, let me connect this to internet, or let me try in my base machine. If you will type in base machine ns lookup, because your local machine is connected to internet, google.com. Cool. You will see IP address. Can you see? This is the google.com and this is the IP which is being used by my system to connect to this google.com. Similarly, if you will type the facebook.com, because in the back end they are resolving the address, then only they are able to communicate. Okay, sorry, ns lookup. Cool. So you can check the what IP address your machine is interacting to, that Facebook, Instagram, any you can consider. Let's say for the youtube.com. This is the address. Cool. So as you know, Google and YouTube is the same product. So you can see the IP address is matching 142.250, 142.250. So they are using this series for their internal servers. So that is some of the basic thing, guys, which you need to remember. I will be posting more videos related to basic parts slowly. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. More videos are coming now, and keep revising and keep practicing and post your queries. I will try to answer those.